If you're new to showing in AKC Agility, or if you're about to start showing in AKC Agility, it can be really, really confusing to figure out how to find shows to enter. Now, you might have an instructor that can help you out, or some friends, or you might be familiar with some local clubs. And you might also, if you've gone to shows, they often will have entry forms around for any local shows going on. But I want to show you how you can find events to enter through the AKC website because it's a little confusing, not intuitive. So I'm just here on akc.org. I'm going to go up here to event search. This website always takes forever to load for me, I think just because it has tons and tons of graphics and stuff. So we're at the event search page. The first thing we need to do is to specify what kind of event we're looking for. Agility is a companion event. So we're going to click on that and specify that we're looking for agility. Great. Now we can go over here. You can further specify if you want indoors, outdoors, outdoors undercover. I'm just going to leave it all. Then you can either put in your city, or you can go down here and click on different states you want to look at. I like to do it this way, I guess just because I think it's fun to click on the states. Pretty cool. So I'm just going to choose a few random states. If I was actually entering a show, I would not do it this way. I would not travel to Colorado for a show, but I just want to find some clubs that I'm not familiar with so we can see how potentially challenging it is to find those entry forms. So once I've selected a few states, there's some other optional stuff over here that I never fill out. You can put in a date range if you want. And then I'm going to go and retrieve my events. It's our cute little running dog here. Again, this website always takes a long time for me. Okay, so now we've got a bunch of events we can look at. I'll just be all listed out. They will have a bunch of information, what club is hosting it, where it is. Things like that. And I'm just going to choose one to look at, this one. So again, it has the club, Mile High Golden Retriever Club, that's cute. Where it is, Castle Rock, Colorado. It'll have over here the opening date, so that means this is the first date that you can enter the show, and it'll have the closing date, which is the last date you can enter it. Now keep in mind that for a lot of shows, the show is going to fill way before this closing date, so if you're planning out what shows you want to enter, try to plan as far in advance as you can and enter those shows as close to the opening date as possible so you don't miss out on them. So I'm going to choose this show to try to find the premium or the entry form for. So I'm going to click on the event details, and that's going to bring up some more information, where exactly it is, all of this information, who the trial secretary is, information about the judge and the classes. But the first thing I'm going to do to find that premium is go to the club's website. So AKC, for whatever reason, does not put the premiums on their website. I'm sure there's some logistical reason for this, but to find the actual entry form, we have to go elsewhere, and we're going to start with looking at this club's website to see if they have the entry form. So we're going to go to the Mile High Golden Retriever Club. So let's see if there's any information about this show and if we can find the entry. What's happening? Let's see if that has it. Nothing happening. Over here, there's a premium here, but that's not the one that we're looking for. Can dig around a little bit more. Okay, so this is great because this isn't great, but it's a great example because often the host club won't even have the premium on their website. There is nothing that I can see on this website that indicates that they are hosting an agility trial. There's no information about it. So when that happens, we're going to go back here and we're going to look at who the trial secretary is. So the trial or event secretary is the person that you are mailing your entry forms to. They process all the forms. They're in charge of that. So oftentimes a trial secretary will have their own website, and every show that they are acting as trial secretary for, they'll have the premium there. So let's see if we can find Deb Lewis. If we search for her, I'm just going to copy that. Let's see if we can find this premium. I love that happened just because it's a great example of how complicated it can often be to find a show. Yes, I did do this before. So the first thing that comes up, great, Lookout Canine Trials. This is Deb Lewis's website. Perfect. So it came right up. So let's see if we can find that premium. And right away, I see it over here, the Mile High Golden Retriever Club. Let's click on that. Has all of the information. It's kind of the same stuff. Okay, and here it is, the premium. Found it on the trial secretary's website. So here's our premium for the show. The premium has all the information you could ever want, and I really would recommend, if you're new to showing, that you read through this just to familiarize yourself with the way the show runs. It'll also have information about the ring sizes and what surface they're on, if that's important to you. This one is on dirt. But the most important thing, and the thing we're looking for, is the actual entry form, which typically is the very last page. Here it is. So this is really the only thing that you actually need to print out. Save paper, guys. Don't need to print out the whole premium unless you really, really want to study it and like highlight things on it. But to be honest, I don't really read through the premium that carefully anymore. It's always kind of the same thing. So here's our actual entry form for this show. I'm going to do a separate video on how to fill out an entry form because just like finding a show, I don't think these entry forms are very intuitive. If you're new, you might not even know what all of these things are. You might not know what class you're in, what bubbles to fill out. It can be so confusing to fill these out. So I will do a video on that. But again, we found this premium. This is what you'll need to print out and send in. So let's find one more show. See if we can find a premium for one more show. Let's look at the Terre Haute Kennel Club. Again, we're going to the event details. And let's go to this website, see if they have the premium. Nice little website. Oh my gosh, how easy is this? Look, some clubs are so great. You go right to their website, and it's right here. We found the premium. Sometimes it's just that easy. I mean, it's still not that easy because you had to go through the AKC website and do all this. But here's the premium for this show, and they're all pretty much the same, a little different, but a lot of the same information. But once again, we're going to head all the way down to the bottom to find that entry form, which is the thing that you need to print and mail in. So that was easy to find in that case. So once again, if you are looking for a show to enter, it's definitely not the easiest process in the world, but going through the AKC website's event search, you can find those entry forms so you can get you and your dog entered in an AKC show